This year's June Long Beach US coin signature auction raised a little over $11 million and harbored some truly great gems for the US coin collector. Era coins hold a special fascination in the minds of many, both collectors as well as the general public at large. It can be a fascinating insight into the minting process or simply an unfailing conversation piece. What we have here is a coin that by all reasonable standards just should not exist. A proof Eisenhower dollar double struck on a clad half-dollar planchet. The sheer improbability of this coin even existing is so small that it simply defies belief. Graded as proof 67 by NGC, it fell under the auctioneer's gavel for $11,700. It is impossible to tell the story of the Colorado gold rush without mentioning the firm of Clark, Gruber and Company as well. They were without any doubt the most respected firm of its ilk in the early pioneering days, acting as both a bank and a mint, converting Colorado gold dust into coin nearly a decade after the height of the California gold rush days. So successful were they that they were eventually transformed into the US Assay Office for the region that would eventually become the US branch mint in Denver. We have here a privately minted $10 coin from 1860 depicting Pikes Peak, graded as NGC details uncirculated. The coin sold at auction for $22,200. Here's something that you don't really get to see every day. A 1925 North American Centennial Medal issued by the US Mint in 1925 following a petition by Congressman O.J. Cavall, who was himself of Norwegian descent. It commemorates the 100th anniversary of the first organized arrival of Scandinavian immigrants to the United States. Of the 100 medals minted, only 47 were actually sold, and the remaining 53 were in fact melted down by the mint after they remained unsold for some time. Graded as NGC Proof 67 Matte, this commemorative medal sold at auction for $36,000. And then we have something truly special. This is a very seldomly seen coin, a Summer Islands Sixpence piece. This coin is from around 1615 and was issued under the British Monetary Authority for the Summer Islands, today known instead as Bermuda. The coins were issued in denominations of 2pence, 3pence, 6pence and a shilling, although struck very simply on a thin brass or copper planchet and then simply silvered. As such, the coins had no genuine intrinsic value at the time, and as such could not be used anywhere except on the island. Authenticated by NGC with a grade of AU50 brown, this rare type sold at auction for $37,200. The period from around 1907 to 1921 is widely considered to be a renaissance of sorts for the American numismatic community, following a push by President Theodore Roosevelt to revitalize the nation's coinage. Outside artists and sculptors were brought into the mint to breathe new life into the coin's designs. The ultimate result of this was easily some of the most beautiful and aesthetically pleasing circulating coins produced by the US Mint. Amongst those are the Buffalo Nickel. This is a first year of issue 1913 Type 1 coin with the 5 cents denomination is still placed on a raised mound just below the buffalo, a design flaw which was very soon corrected in the Type 2 coin, graded here as MS68 Plus by PCGS. The coin sold at auction for $32,200. Another coin within this category is one of my personal favorites and is the Standing Liberty quarter dollar. The design proved problematic for mint officials to produce right from the start. It was notoriously difficult to get a full strike on the obverse, for instance, and only 52,000 coins were struck for 1916, only adding to its appeal today. PCGS graded this specimen as MS65 Plus with full head details, which saw this coin attain a closing bid of $42,000 at auction. One more addition to this particular Renaissance-era coinage would have to be the winged Liberty head, or what is more colloquially known as the Mercury Dime, after the similarities of the obverse design of this coin to the fleet-footed Roman god by the same name. Only 264,000 of these 1916 D coins were struck, and interestingly, they were only released into circulation by January of the following year, to relatively little fanfare, particularly when compared to the previous coin. This example graded as MS66 by PCGS with a full bands designation and managed to raise $72,000 at auction. One of a number of exquisite first year of issue coins was this 1794 flowing hair half-dollar coin, the design of which follows very nearly in the footsteps of the much more famous flowing hair silver dollar of the same year. The relatively early die state of this particular coin would indicate that it was likely a part of the very first delivery of 5,300 half-dollar coins on December 1st, 1794, as documented by Steve Tompkins in his book on this subject. Graded as AU 55 by PCGS, $78,000 was the closing price at auction for this rare beauty. The 1793 half cent is not only the first year of issue coin for the denomination, but is also a single year type coin, with the design being altered in 1794 in several ways, with the major point of contention being the obverse, where Liberty is facing left and then right, a design feature which was unashamedly adopted from the Libertas Americana medal for use on this half cent coin. A beautiful coin with a well-established provenance as well, slabbed by PCGS as MS64 Brown, that sold on this occasion for $84,000. The quarter eagle, or gold $2.50 coin, saw its inception in 1796. For some mysterious reason, the customary obverse stars were omitted from this design, which were later then added on the regular or with stars variety. For at least the first production run of 66 coins delivered on September 21st, 1796, however, a different reverse die was also on use. This coin is characterized by the arrows in the eagle's talon extending well into the base of the eye in United when compared to the more common BD2 subvariety with the no stars quarter eagle. This extremely rare coin was graded as XF45 by PCGS and managed to sell for $144,000 at auction. Though the quarter dollar may be a ubiquitous denomination today, that was very much not the case in the early days for the US Mint. Patterns were created as early as 1792, but the first circulation strike coins were not produced until 1796, after which the denomination would again not be struck for around another 8 years, when it was resurrected in 1804, but this time with the large eagle reverse as opposed to the small eagle that is seen here. What we have here is an absolutely stunning example of this single year type coin in an MS63 grade from PCGS that saw a closing price of $150,000 at auction. 1907 was the first year of issue for the Indian head eagle design, and there were actually 3 major types minted, known today as the wire edge, the rolled edge, and the final wide rim design. Of those, the rolled edge is by far the scarcer of the 3. Of the 31,500 coins that were originally minted, all but 50 of those were melted down after the Type 3 coin was approved for production, fixing several design flaws inherent to the previous two types. Today, about 40 to 42 coins are estimated to have survived, with the current piece graded as MS65 by PCGS, which saw a closing price of $240,000 at auction. The natural inclination when raising the topic of 1933 gold is to turn to the famous St. Gordon's double eagle coin. But as Master Yoda once said, there is another, with the 1933 gold eagle, in point in fact, being the only 1933 regular issue gold coin that is legal to own today. By the time that President Franklin Roosevelt signed Executive Order 6102 in 1933, effectively banning private gold ownership in the process, the mint had already struck 312,500 Indian head eagles, the vast majority of which would never make it past both mint or treasury vaults before being melted down. But a small number of coins were in fact sent to the Philadelphia Mint's cashier. Today, it is estimated that between 30 and 40 of these coins managed to escape the mint before the recall occurred. Graded by PCGS as MS65, the coin sold at auction for $408,000. Let me know which of these coins was your favorite in the comment section below. Subscribe to WNN and activate notifications with the bell icon so you'll know when new videos are released. For the World Numismatic News, I am Numisman saying thank you ever so much for watching. Stay safe, keep collecting, and have a fantastic day.